Hi everybody, and welcome to my video log 4 on sprint drills. In this video log I'll be focusing on the B-skip. So the B-skip is an advanced running drill that requires previous mastery of the A-skip, which is a high knee running drill. It is commonly used in sprint training to condition the athlete through the swing and stance phases of sprinting. It does so by preparing the athlete to exert force into the ground with the active foot strike, but more importantly conditions the sequential neuromuscular activation, coordination and timing of the running action, particularly important for relaxing the hamstrings during the late swing to stance phase, a caveat I'll return to later. And here you can see the progressions of teaching the B-skip that go from low to high speed with and without use of the arms. And like many sprint drills, they can be taught in isolation, however a whole part whole approach is advocated for better transfer to sprint performance. So now I'll compare myself against an athlete that I coach, with the aim to show the common flaws and technical model of the B-skip. Green icons will be used to represent desirable actions, and red icons to represent undesirable actions. So this still image shows the previously explained mastery of the shapes associated with the A-skip, which replicates the early to mid swing phase. Both myself and the athlete present with a tall neutral trunk with the eyes looking firmly ahead, a high knee driven by hip flexion, and active dorsiflexion of the ankle. It is the transition into the late swing to stance phase that the B-skip begins its differentiation from the A-skip. With the high knee at its apex, the hamstrings must relax, which forces the knee to extend, as can be seen by myself on the left. This is closely followed by the hip actively and forcefully driving the foot down towards the ground. The ground contact should then occur at the mid to front foot, directly beneath the hip or behind the center of mass, with an active clawing motion that aims to accelerate the mass forward. In this clip, you will see the athlete on the right exhibit a common flaw by actively extending the knee through quadricep contraction instead of passive extension from hamstring relaxation. And as you can see in this clip, this would normally cause the athlete to overreach. This would result in the athlete leaning back and foot striking ahead of the center mass, which would both contribute to decelerating the athlete. So here I am showing regress derivative drills of the B-skip, ranging from low to high speed with and without use of the arms, as was previously suggested. This would aim to eradicate these undesirable actions that were shown in the last clip to improve mastery of the B-skip. And here is an ankling drill that I would use with athletes who struggle to grasp the clawing action of the B-skip. So now I'll return to the caveat I mentioned earlier and offer my opinion on the application and prescription of the B-skip, as well as similar running drills in training programs. It was explained earlier that the B-skip, along with other running drills, are commonly used to improve sprint performance. However, literature has shown that such running drills are not performed at the same velocity or with the same ground reaction forces and rate of force development that is exhibited in high-speed running. As a result, some coaches deem such drills to be detrimental to improving speed, instead preferring to adopt leg swings, skipping, and bounding drills that elicit adaptation of greater ground reaction forces and rate of force development to increase stride length and frequency. And therefore, isolated drills are advised to be restricted to warm-up as a coordination drill to improve skill. However, with novice athletes, this may be prescribed as the main workout, whereas in advanced athletes, quick mastery of skip derivatives is desirable, allowing for whole part whole progressions to include bounds, striding, as well as advanced coordination drills as shown in this clip. The high incidence of hamstring injury during sprinting is attributed to peak hamstring forces that occur during the late swing to stance phases. This is the result of a sudden eccentric to concentric change within the hamstrings, which is associated with the acceleration of the thigh pulling backward and downward to the ground, while the leg is simultaneously rotating forward. As you can see in this clip, the kinematics exhibited in the B-skip show how the sequential neuromuscular coordination, activation and timing during the late swing to stance phase condition the hamstring through the quick eccentric and concentric change, and therefore has efficacious merit as an exercise to be prescribed for hamstring health and prevention of this injury mechanism. This is not explicit to linear sprinting events, as intermittent sports that involve repeated sprint and multidirectional performance are exposed to similar hamstring injury risk. This leads me to the opinion that the B-skip is extremely important for hamstring health and injury prevention, and should be included in the programming, particularly as a warm-up or prehabilitative drill of any athlete encountering bipedal actions. This should be combined with bounding and striding drills as shown in these clips, and included in athletes' main speed program to have greater transfer to sprint performance.